Doc Sigma here with, what the heck is this? Now my fourth attempt at LPing this game. Attempt number 1 and 3 suffered from horrible audio desync, and attempt number 2 suffered from horrible audio compression. I chose, in fact, no, not even audio compression, I somehow chose to capture directly to MP3, which I didn't even know was possible, and the resulting sound file was all fucked up. But now I think I figured out the problem. I was using a really crappy video codec, so now that everything should be fine, let's get started. If this one fails, then you'll never see it, because that'll mean that I've given up on the LP. So since this is my fourth time going through this game, I'm starting to become kind of intimately familiar with the first few stages. Not my fourth time going through the game, just my fourth time trying to record video 1. So, yeah. First question, why isn't this Mario Fantasy Adventure? Why did I decide not to do that? Well, while I was doing my test run of the game, I just realized it wasn't as interesting as I thought it would be, because it was not all that different from regular Final Fantasy. I mean, it's a total conversion, so to speak, but it was not 100% conversion, because a lot of the enemies were the same, a lot of the text was the same. And it basically would just be like watching an LP of Final Fantasy. And if you want to do that, there's already a great one out there. I link to it in my description. It's done by H.C. Bailey, who, in my opinion, is one of the best LPers out there. You've really got to watch his stuff. Okay, so now that's out of the way. The second question is, what the hell is this game? Well, it's called Super Mario Bros. 3 Challenge. I found it on a ROM hack site. It sounded interesting. So I decided that since my first LP was kind of, off the beaten track, I figured I might as well make my second one be the same basic way. Something kind of a little different. Not a game you can buy in a store. And the reason that I was attracted to this particular hack is that according to the description file, the hack was complete. Supposedly every level in the game has been touched. Now, just from my personal experience, the levels aren't changed all that much. They're just some little fuck yous added to the levels to make them more challenging. Some of them subtle, some of them not so much. For example, there's even a nice little fuck you on the map screen here. See, right there? There's usually a road there connecting right to there that allows you to skip stages 3 and 4, but now it's gone, so you have to do stages 3 and 4. Just little subtle fuck yous like that will make this game so wonderful. Okay, not really wonderful. They don't make it a pain in my ass, but what can you do? Of course, the reason I'm not dying so much, and I'm actually appear to have some skill, is just due to the sheer number of times I've played these levels. Excuse me. God, my mouth is dry. I need to get some water into my stomach and some tobacco into my lungs. So hopefully this video will be done soon. And hopefully this time it won't mess up. That would be great, because I'm really looking forward to doing this LP, because, I mean, I know it's kind of cliche to say so, but Super Mario 3 has always been one of my favorite games. And it's just kind of a nice excuse to be able to play it again, and this game is just different enough that it keeps my interest, but it's still similar enough that I have a basic idea of what to expect from the stage. I'll be like, oh yeah, 1-4, that's the self-scrolling stage. Oh, but they've made it a little different by moving around some of the platforms, making some of the platforms smaller. So I go into it with some experience, but it still piques my interest, and it still is different enough. And also, on the other side of the coin, having experience with the game could almost be detrimental because of some of the changes. It's just like when you're really familiar with a video game, it's almost like you have a muscle memory or an instinct as to how to play certain parts of it. It's almost like I really think that you could do certain levels of Super Mario 3 with your eyes closed. Notice I said you, not me. I really do think that, though. But with this game, just when you're expecting something, all of a sudden he'll throw a fuck you at you, and it'll just be like, whoa, That's not what I was expecting. And that can be frustrating, I guess, but it keeps things lively. Oh, we're going to see a lot of him, by the way. You remember him. Hammer Brother, Fire Brother. Normally, I think there's only 2 or 3 of them in the entire game. There's the Wandering Hammer Brother who's past the rocks in World 2. You get a whistle from him. And then he doesn't show up again, I don't believe, until World 8. And the Hand Bridge. I think the Hammer Brother stage of the Hand Bridge, which I believe is the first one. Yeah, second one is Pottaboo, third one's Fish. Yeah, first one's Hammer Brothers. And considering the number of things that he's taken out, like this power-up and stuff... Oh! I didn't even see that. I was wondering when the clappers were going to show up, because if there's one thing that hackers love to do to make Mario games harder, it's to put in clappers, also known as chompers, also known as munchers. I think munchers is their official name. But then again, official names don't really mean much, because don't forget, according to the instruction manual of Super Mario Bros. 2, Birdo's official name was Ostro, and Ostro's official name was Birdo. And then rather than just rectifying that error immediately, they did some sort of thing where Birdo was called Birdetta. And then there was that whole thing, according to the manual, that Birdo was a drag queen or something. Like Birdo's actually a guy. And also, I'm not sure, but is this part going a little faster? At least Spike's moving a little faster, or has it just been so long since I played it that it seems that way? Oh well. Either way, I still remember the very first time I encountered these spikes. I think I screamed. I was like, oh my god. Oh, and speaking of nice little fuck yous, the one coming up is really clever. And you'll see it. I mean, probably wasn't that hard to program. Yep, yes, that's not a bug. There are 2 boom booms here. And if it doesn't actually happen, I've got to explain something that can happen. So you beat him, and the question mark shows up, but you have to be careful not to get it. I'm going to get it. I'm just going to get it intentionally. Now watch what happens. See, I freeze, and he just rapes me. So that's what makes it extra hard, is that once you beat one of the boom booms, you have to beat the other one without touching the question mark. That is actually really cool and clever and neat. It's probably just a side effect or a glitch, but it still is, I like it. What can I say? Now, oh, wait, this is some new territory for me. Hammer Brother map character. Has he changed at all? No, he hasn't. Okay. Oh, well. So he still gives a Starman. Yep. Oh, Starman, that's perfect. I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that in this stage. And you'll see why. Now, the normal thing about World 1.5 is usually slide down that hill and knock out the buzzy beetles to the beat of the music, which I've often thought was one of the coolest things in video game history. But watch what happens in this stage. Fire Brothers! All over the hill! And if you don't know they're there, you will slide right into them and die. Because this game starts you off automatically sliding. So if you don't pull out of that slide and do something, you are in trouble. Got hit, I don't care. Oh, well, I guess I should have cared. Just gotta blast through this stage. There's more Fire Brothers in this one stage than there were in the entire game before. I mean, the entire Super Mario 3 unhacked. I guess that really isn't saying much since there are only 2 or 3 in the original. The reason I say 2 or 3 is because I forget how many you face on the bridge. The hand bridge. Because I know that when you fight them in World 2 to get the whistle, I know that that particular encounter is with 2 of them. Do I have enough time to go in here? Might as well. Well, that's subtle. Might as well make myself big. I remember. That's awesome. Oh, that's sweet. I almost want to see that again. Oh no, that's gonna... No! Haha! See, I like stuff like that. This game is challenging, but not in stupid ways. It's challenging, but not in like a hey, I'm just gonna throw 5,000 clappers at you sort of way. Now, what did he change here? Getting down into that platform was actually a little harder. You may not have noticed it, but... See, in the original level, that little square is straight below you, and here, in this one, it's a little to the right. I'm starting to run out of time, aren't I? Well, I'm near the end of the level, so as long as there aren't too many fuck yous, I should be okay. Precision jump! Come on. I want to call this a video. I want to beat this stage, and then call it a video. Whoop! Whoop! Come on. I know I'm near the end. Yeah, baby. What the hell is that? I have no idea. I got my 3rd star card, but there was some enemy there. Oh well. Guess I'll never find out. Anywho, that's really all I got time for in this video. This has been Dark Sigma with Let's Play Super Mario Bros. 3 Challenge. See you later. Bye-bye.